things are going rather well. I'm saying it very quietly because, as you know, Football Manager is always watching and listening. Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer over here in Germany, managing Hamburg. And yes, we're back in the Bundesliga and we're doing quite well. Not too many games played off camera. Let's have a quick catch up. The German Cup, second round against our really fierce rivals, St. Pauli, who, by the way, came up with us last season and are actually doing quite well themselves. And, a 1-0 win in that one. So we are through to the third round of the DFB Pokal, and we'll be watching that game today. Unfortunately, it's against RB Leipzig. But, you know, to win shiny silverware, you have to beat the best. It will be a tough game. But anyway, we will be watching that, and a home game against Dortmund. So they don't come more difficult. And I thought, you know what, let's come back for those two games and let's watch it and see how how we're performing against some top opposition. Okay, so after the St. Pauli game, we played Augsburg away from home, and a very disappointing 3-2 loss in that one. But then after that one, we seemed to pick it up. I changed one or two little bits and pieces, moved the lines, changed the tempo, that kind of thing. And we played FC Köln away from home, 3-1. And then we played Hoffenheim, who at the time was 7th in the Bundesliga. So, spoiler, we're 2nd or 3rd at the moment, depending on what Bayern Munich do on the day. But yes, I know. Yeah, we're vying with Bayern Munich for 2nd or 3rd position at the moment. It's a bit bonkers. But anyway, Hoffenheim, again, a 2-1 win. And then we played Heidenheim away from home. Went very quickly 2-0 down. Looked really off the pace. And I had to change one or two things. But eventually, we did come back and score 2 late goals for a point, and not too disappointed really, because the results are going quite well, and there's lots of shiny green dots on there. So when there's lots of shiny green dots, you've got to be happy. It's our first season back in the Bundesliga. We are going to get better without a shadow of a doubt. Let's see if we can progress in the German Cup, and we've got this game against Leipzig, and I'll see you in the dugout. Well, we are at home, so that should give us a slight advantage. Hopefully it will. Team is Castells in goal. Back four of Maheim, Koulibaly, Ramos and Schmitz. Keitel and Rice are holding the midfield. We've got two attacking midfielders, Benz and Farai, back from quite a long layoff. And the two forwards today are Uldrikis and Hollerbach. So the game is underway, 6 minutes in, and Farai gets a chance to put a ball onto Uldrikis' head, and which he does. And Uldrikis, by the way, playing absolutely brilliant at the moment. I really only bought him to be like an impact sub. You know, he's got a jumping reach of 20, so I thought, let's bring him on. If we need a goal, we can just aim for his head, and hopefully, he'll score a goal for us. But he's been a regular starter. He's had player of the match quite a few times, and he's scoring goals with his feet, don't you know? So it seems to be all Hamburg at the moment, but we do come back there to a bit of a bodged throw, and Schmitz there took his time getting to that ball, little bit lacklustre. Come on, lads, it's the cup. Surely does it not work like it does in England with the FA Cup? The magic of the FA Cup here in Germany. Schmitz, I think he's not got the memo. Anyway, Schmitz does pick the ball up now, raiding down that right-hand side. Ball into Hollerbach. Hollerbach loves to come and pick these balls up. His first touch is brilliant. He really does have a lovely touch and control. But anyway, all of that breaks down, and it is Leipzig now coming forward, and Olmo there fires a ball. And Castells, by the way, Castells has actually won games for us recently. Some of the saves he's been making are absolutely spot on. So Leipzig now beginning to exert their authority, and another ball over the top. Canate there. I don't know why he just didn't let that drop and run onto it, but he decides to head it back. Obviously, he's a professional footballer, and he probably knows a lot better than I do. Okay, can we pick this ball up? Can somebody get a tackle in? Can we pick this ball up, mount a counter-attack? I have put us onto an attacking mentality now. But no, Leipzig there just playing the ball around us, down that left-hand side now. But Schmitz actually seems to have woken up. He's definitely got the memo. It was probably my shouting and hollering from the touchline. And Rice is into the box now and fires an absolutely wild shot that very nearly hits the corner flag. But actually looks like it did get a touch. So Farai now gets a chance to try and put this ball on Uldrikis' head again. And this time I think it was Ramos. Bends now, another chance to try and find Uldrikis' head. But this time the keeper comes and takes that nice and cleanly. So half an hour on the clock and a pretty even game I think at the moment, and I don't know which way this game is going to swing, but anyway, Leipzig, who obviously are at this moment in time, they are a better team than we are. You know, they've got Bundesliga experience, and you know, I would expect probably to lose this game today, but you never know. It's the cup and anything can happen in the cup. Rice there, first nice touch. Pulls the ball away from the defender. This is very nice football. Uldrikis, that possibly is going to be offside. Ball's in the back of the net and the flag has gone up. Seems to be all Leipzig at the moment as far as the highlights go. You know, it could be kind to us and let us go on a... Whoa! Oh, it's in the back of the net. I thought that had gone wide of the post. And was Castiles at fault there? I'm not quite sure. But Canate there, this time, he does let the ball drop in front of him and he fires a shot into the back of the net. Let's just have another look at this one. So it's out from the keeper and ball through there to Canate. Oh, and he basically, yeah, the keeper really should have stayed on his line, I think, for that one. He tried to close Canate down, but it didn't work. So giving the lads a little bit of a shout of demand more, and as we come up to half time, we were losing 2-0 in the last league game and we came back and scored 2 goals late on. So can we do it here against Leipzig? I kind of fear it's not going to happen, but this season I'm not, I mean, we can talk about Football Manager all day long. I mean, the injury situation at the moment is off the scale bonkers. And they're not just 1, 2, 3 day injuries. They're 4, 5, 6 week injuries, and we have a lot of them. But let's not get into any rants. Let's just see if we can pull a goal back here. And Uldrikis there makes some nice movement, and that's a shame. Farai there just not powerful enough. So a couple of changes at half time. I have read the right act to him. Maybe that's a little bit disingenuous because, you know, it is Leipzig that we're playing. But I've made a couple of subs. Farai coming back off quite a bad injury. And Football Manager definitely knows what it's doing, doesn't it? Yep. Your best players will always get badly injured. So the young kid Theo, who's been deputising for him, he has come on as the shadow striker. And they've also brought Meffa on in the centre of midfield, just to try and get us, you know, give us something different. I mean, those two players weren't playing particularly well, so maybe some fresh legs and a little bit more, you know, of an idea of what to do going forward. So we are still on attacking mentality. 8 shots, 5 on target, an XG of 1.64. Leipzig, as per usual in Football Manager, I've got an XG of 0.30 and they're winning 1-0. But you know, go figure. I mean, I did say in the last episode, I'm kind of up to here with Football Manager. And there you go. They've got an XG of 0.30 and they're winning 2-0. I mean, go figure. So back again with XG 0.30 Leipzig. And that goal was disallowed, by the way. I didn't show it because, well, and that goal is in the back of the net. So it looks like we have conceded the second goal. I'm not sure how you scored 2 goals on an XG of 0.3, but again, you know, go figure. 66 minutes and we obviously need to do something in this game now. I've switched my strikers round, so Hollerbach and Uldrikis just switched positions. The two wing backs have changed and I'm playing them much higher now, and Cordoba has come on as the ball winning midfielder. So we have an XG now of just over 2, and you know, I mean, in real football, you do get games like that where you just don't look like you're going to score a goal and then score 2. You know, I mean, I've seen it myself with my own team. But that happens like, you know, once in a while. It doesn't happen every 5th or 6th game. And in Football Manager this season, I'm seeing an awful lot of that. And as I'm speaking there, you know, Leipzig have got an XG of 0.60 at the moment, although it has just jumped up. But and 3-0 winning. I mean, it's a bit bonkers. 14 shots, 16 now, 9 on target for Hamburg, and all we're getting now is highlights for Leipzig. We're out of the cup, no disgrace. We can concentrate on the league, and let's try and get a nice European spot. Europa League would be lovely if we can get that. And another shot there. Castells, having praised Castells early on in the game, he's had a bit of a nightmare this game, so not great really. So are we going to get a consolation goal here? Oliveira, who's just come on, and he just stands there and gives the ball away. Pretty standard fare from the match engine. Can we nick the ball at all? Are we allowed to nick the ball and, you know, stick one in the back of the net? I don't think we're going to be allowed to. But it's all Leipzig now, and there's, what, 4 minutes of time added on. Ball over the top. Hollerbach now picks that ball up. Schumacher down that left-hand side. I'm not really too sure why I'm putting any effort into commentary. You know, we're not going to get back into this game now, are we, to be quite honest. But we do give the ball away again, and it's Leipzig now coming down that side. Schumacher wins the ball again. I mean, come on, referee, just blow your whistle now. I'm wasting my breath here. There's just no point in commentating on this. You know, put the flags out, we've scored, whoopee-doo. I mean, you know, honestly, that goal, with our XG, that goal should have gone in about the 20th minute. And but no, they wait till the 91st minute to give us a goal. Absolutely awful. Come on, referee, blow your whistle. We're out of the cup, you know, we accept that. Blow your whistle, ref. Thank you. Okay, we should have won that game. I mean, what can you do? You're playing the AI. There's nothing that I can say or buttons that I can click to make us win that game. I mean, if Leipzig would have had an XG of 4 and ours would have been 0.5 and they'd have won 3-1. Great, not a problem. No complaints whatsoever. It was actually very nearly the other way round, and that's what really, really frustrates me about this game. Okay, we move on now, and it's back to the league. That's all we have to play for this season now. And an equally difficult game against Dortmund. And I don't know whether the game is now going to put us on a bit of a losing streak, because Dortmund is a very losable game, believe me. But can we turn it on? Can we beat Dortmund? We'll see you in the dugout. So as we go into this game with Dortmund, I'm a little bit aware. I've not shown you the league table. So at the moment, we played 13 games. We're in 3rd place with 25 points. Dortmund are lagging behind us on 22, but I think it will be a tough game today. And interestingly, if we have a look at the season preview, even though we're in 3rd place, the media prediction is for us to finish just under halfway. So, I mean, I don't know about that one. We're actually performing quite well at the moment. The media obviously think otherwise. Okay, let's get stuck into this game against Dortmund. So it's Castells in goal, back four of Maheim, Koulibaly, Ramos and Oliveira. We have 2 midfield, Keitel and Rice. 2 attacking mids, Benz and Theo, and Uldrikis and Hollerbach up front. And I've got a little problem at centre-back. Koulibaly, the lad that we've got on loan, playing absolutely brilliant. He's formed a really nice partnership with Ramos. Ball in the box here. Can Uldrikis get his head on that? No, but he is going to chase it down. Yeah, I've had a message from his parent club, and I generally, when I'm taking players on loan... Oh, the goalkeeper makes a howler. It's in the back of the net, and the young kid, Oliveira, scores a goal there for us to put us 1-0 up against Dortmund. So yeah, the parent club have come back. And like I say, I generally try to take all of the, the things out, the demands out. But I must have missed that one because apparently I'm meant to be playing him as a wide centre-back. In the formation that we're playing, we can't play a wide centre-back. So I've had to say I'll do it, but he's unhappy. His parent club are unhappy. Now I have got Jackal and Jekyll, the two lads I bought in. Maybe I'm going to have to start playing them because I think his parent club, Koulibaly's parent club, are going to take him back off the loan. So Theo now floats the ball in, and it's Uldrikis with his 13th goal of the season. And like I say, when I signed him, I only really signed him with the intention of being a bit part player. I did say, when I was introducing him, bear with me, I have got a plan for him. He is going to come on if we're struggling in games or we need, a bit of height in there. But he's playing every game, and every other game he's like getting plaudits from the media about how well he's playing. So a 2.5-star player with no potential up front, and he's banged his 13th goal of the season in. So we are winning 2-0 against Dortmund here, but we do have to be aware. Can we get a foot on that ball? No, we do have to be aware of Dortmund's attacking threat. But we do pick that one up there. Ball back to the keeper, and we're playing the ball out from the back now. And that was a very, very poor ball from Maheim. Maheim himself is coming back off quite a bad injury. And Casteels, I did have a word with Casteels after the last game. I said, come on, lad, you're a top goalkeeper. Let's put that last game out of your mind now. Leipzig, we don't want to speak about it anymore. And Casteels there and just picks that ball out of the air. And this game, he does seem to have forgotten that Leipzig game. And he's playing out of his skin again. Hopefully, that's not put the kiss of death on it. Maybe I should have been speaking quietly into the microphone. Okay, Dortmund back again now. We're on the half-hour mark, winning 2-0. So those 2 goals from Oliveira and Uldrikis, and that's put us into a nice position. And you know what? Dortmund can do that all day long if they want. That was a very wild shot. And as it stands, I mean, should I take my words back from the last game? We've got an XG of 0.45 and we're winning 2-0. So maybe sometimes the AI does even things out. Right, come on. What's the fullback doing it? Oliveira just stood there watching the ball. He eventually springs into life and says, you know what? Oh, and we've given the ball away again. I think Dortmund are going to score a goal here. That one is taken by Casteels again. So we're playing very, very well here, and the goalkeeper is making some really good saves. But Dortmund again now have the more highlights they get. Oh, and that's poor. That's in the back of the net, and that was very, very poor. It's back to 2-1. Not ideal, that. I mean, we need to have a look at that one again. But that looked very, very poor, that. So it was a throw-in, and it looked like we got a foot on the ball there, but then Casteels doesn't cover himself in glory. So a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde performance at the moment from Casteels. He's made quite a few saves, kept us in the game nicely, and then doesn't really cover that near post. But Oliveira now down that right hand side. Can we nick the third even? Uldrikis! Oh, got way too much on that Uldrikis, and it sails over the bar. So with Dortmund having an XG of 0.85, better than ours, might I say. We are winning 2-1, and I'm just going to say I'm delighted with the performance. And Cordoba has come on for Keitel, who has played a lot of football and looks absolutely shattered, although he was on a 7.20. But I can't really afford, against teams like Dortmund, I can't afford to have any lacklustre performances through fitness issues. So we're going to go into the second half with Cordoba on the pitch. Theo now floats the ball in, and it looks like the keeper made an absolutely stunning save there. I think that was Uldrikis again. Come on, just aim for Uldrikis' head. Just drop it on his head and he'll do the rest. Theo now whips the ball in there. Can we win that ball? The ball's going to come straight back at them. Dortmund now with a highlight of their own. 61 minutes played. And a little ball into the penalty area there. We do have to be aware of that right-hand side. That's how we conceded the first goal. But again now, Dortmund coming forward. We're not clearing our lines. And oh my word. I can't blame Castells for that one. What a stunning strike that was. And Dortmund have got themselves right back into the game now. We've conceded a 2-goal lead and it's now 2-2. 63 minutes and Aldrikas has run himself into the ground. So Fry is not a striker, but I don't really have another striker on the bench. It's something we are going to have a look at in the transfer window. But Fry coming back off that injury. Let's see if he can nick a goal for us. He's going to play as an advanced forward, and also brought Meffert on in midfield again for Rice, who again is looking very, very tired. So just drop the lads a little bit of encouragement, but it's all Dortmund now. Dortmund exerting their authority, and they're obviously a lot more experienced in these type of games in the Bundesliga. And that comes off the crossbar, and Castells just says thanks very much, and it drops into his arms. Dortmund once more now, and Bino Gittins now coming down that left-hand side. Back to Roth. Ball outside here, and that is picked up quite nicely, but again we don't get the look of the draw there. But Castells does make a good save from the shot, and that goes out for a corner. The ball played short, and that very nearly was the 3rd goal for Dortmund. 73 minutes, last 2 changes. Schumacher and Schmitz have come on as the wing backs, and I have actually gone long ball now, just to try and get a ball up to those 4 players up top. Just a nick off anything to get us 3-2 in the lead. And we come straight back to another Dortmund corner. That ball is headed out. Benz now, he's chasing that ball down now. But not an awful lot of endeavour to get close to the man and try and win the ball back. Brandt now. Dortmund definitely flexing the muscles as the game comes to a close. 20 minutes of the game left now. Fry there lumps the ball out, but there's nobody to pick that ball up. And I do fear in this game that we are going to lose 3-2. I think the writing is on the wall now. It's all Dortmund, and I think a lot of our players are dead on the feet. We played Wednesday, we're playing Saturday. We've got a lot of tired legs out there. Ramos now to Oliveira, and that's a poor ball, and Dortmund pick up the ball again, and this is going to be in the back of the net, I think. And it is, and it looks like we're going to lose this game 3-2, and that's a great shame. When the second goal went in for us, I did think we were going to turn Dortmund over, but we've actually, I think fitness has had a big part to play in this game, and I really don't know why I'm watching that. Come on, lads. Can we do anything? Let's go very attacking. Let's give them a shout of demand more. And the highlights now miraculously have dried up. We don't need any more highlights apparently. We do get one. About 10 minutes of the game left. Schmitz now to Fry. Schmitz just lump a ball over the top. Slide that across now. Come on! Come on! Hollerback with only 7th goal of the season, so not great really. He was my great hope for this season. I thought Hollerback coming in, thought he would be the one who banged all the goals for us. As it is, it's Ulrikes who's been scoring all of the goals. But this was a nice work goal. Schmitz there, ball down the line. Fry runs onto it, and I think he's kind of playing on the pitch in his normal role. He's playing more of a shadow striker rather than the role that I'm trying to play him in. But it's working. If we get a 3-3 draw out of Dortmund, that will do me absolutely fine. But we do get one final highlight. 2 minutes of time in the game, and Dortmund have the ball in our penalty area, and that's got reflected in the back of the net, and that is very, very, very cruel. Yeah, we're definitely not going to watch that one again. No, thank you. I literally don't know what to say. I'm not going to give the lads a rocket. I'm going to say that I'm pleased with the performance. I mean, sometimes, like I said in the last game, no matter what changes you make, what buttons you press, the AI has other ideas. So unfortunately, it's a loss in the league against Dortmund, and we do drop down a place down. We're down to fourth. Dortmund have actually pulled points back on us now, which is not ideal, really. Well, an episode with 0 points, and not ideal, is it really? I mean, okay, we're out of the cup. We're actually playing two teams who probably would expect to lose against Dortmund and Leipzig. I think one of the big issues is, and it's like this in football, isn't it? You go into in proper football, I should say, you go into a season and you kind of look at the fixture list and you say, right, where do we think we're going to finish? And whatever your level your team's at, you kind of make a prediction. And then you play 10, 11, 12 games and you're actually exceeding expectations. And all of a sudden, all those thoughts that you had about maybe mid-table or, avoiding relegation, they go out of the window and your hopes are raised. Your expectations are really up. And sometimes you do have to bring yourself back down to ground level again. And I don't think we were expecting, not this season. I think if we can get mid-table this season and consolidate, I think the board are trying to avoid relegation. So that will be a brilliant result for us. And if we carry on picking points up against the lower rated teams, which we certainly can, and we've shown that, then I don't think we'll go too far wrong. I have got two players on the transfer list. Vuskovic, if you remember Vuskovic, he was the player who was suspended. There was some shenanigans gone on and he was out for about 18 months suspended. He's back now, but I put him on the list. I've taken an offer for him of about 3 million. Jatta, the winger, don't use wingers. I've been trying to sell him. I did have an offer come in and the board have blocked it, don't you know. 2.1 million. No, we can't sell him for that. We need 2.6 million. But of course, nobody wants to pay 2.6 million. So again, the AI wins, doesn't it? Anyway, hopefully we'll be getting a little bit of money. I have actually accepted another offer for Jatta, so I'm going behind the board's back here. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. But moving into January transfer window, can we bring maybe a striking reinforcement in? I think we definitely need one or two bodies in there just to give us some options, as you can see in that Dortmund game. Very, very tired towards the end. Okay, going to do the usual now, play a few games off camera, and we'll be back very shortly to see whether we can actually get that mid-table, top of the half table finish for Hamburg back in the Bundesliga. We'll see you very soon.